Hapi and the Corniche is a collaborative, interdisciplinary, research-based project about the human relationship to the Nile. And it is, to a large extent, from the point of view of people living in Cairo. And we started out with this project by doing some research about the Nile, about the ecology of the Nile, some of the ways humans have influenced the Nile, and also about cultural development around the Nile. So we went on to the Nile, we took a boat trip and looked closely at the Nile. We visited the Museum of Agriculture in Doi, and we read some articles about human influence on the Nile. After doing our research, we began to try and break it down and make it more personal and sort of make art out of it. We made several poems based on our experiences and on our reading. We played some surrealist word games and used some Oulipo constraints to try and find new ways of talking about the Nile. We took many photographs. The Jesuit animation team photographed the Nile closely one evening, and then they made puppets based on the photographs that they had taken from the museum and from the boat trip. And then they also kept journals, and we used some of those journals in the final video. So the final video is composed of puppets made out of, based on our research, a poem based on our research.
من أحد الجمل اللي استخدمناها في المشروع وبنينا عليها التحريك بتاع الفيديو جملة يانيلا ميتك سكر وزرعك في الغطاء نور، ودي أحد الجمل من أغنية أم كلثوم يا ليلة العيد، وده بيبين قد إيه إن المصريين مرتبطين جدا بالنيل ومرتبطين في الأحزان في الأفراح في الأفكار. النيل قريب جدا منهم ومن حياتهم اليومية.
The poem deals with sort of opposite paths that the Nile could go down, and it is in response to a very famous Egyptian, a line from a very famous Egyptian song by Kulthum about the Nile.
خدنا شخصية الإله حبي عملنا ابتدى يتفرغ فيه السنسل في التفاصيل بتاعته، واتعملت باللون الذهبي بالنسبة للون الذهبي عشان كان مهم جدا للمصريين القدماء، وبالنسبة للون الأزرق برضو لأن الأزرق ده هو بيرمز للحياة، وأهمية الإله حبي إن هو يعتبر رمز كبير جدا عند القدماء المصريين لأنه بيرمز للحياة والنيل.
احنا اخترنا اللون الازرق عشان هو بيعبر عن لون الميه، واللون الذهبي عشان هو كان من الالوان المهمه عند المصري القديم، وكان في عروسه موجوده في الوشم عند ثقافات قديمه في المحافظات، وبرضو اخترنا لها الوان قريبه من المصري القديم ازرق والذهب.
The project is part of a larger project called Waterways. And there are parallel teams in Brooklyn who are sort of doing the same project. They're researching two small bodies of water in Brooklyn, the Newtown Creek and the Corniche Canal, which are much smaller than the Nile but very beloved by us in Brooklyn. And in a few months they will be researching those bodies of water and making art about them as well. And the teams will video conference and collaborate. The final video is being developed right now, and it is a collaboration between myself and the Jesuit animation team. And so there are sort of 2 different animation methods which we are blending together, but fortunately we have spent a lot of time together discussing the topic and how we want to approach it, so our ideas are very integrated. It's been wonderful to work with the Jesuit animation team on this project.
على